Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is a very cold day, so yeah, it's very cold. Everyone's mostly like inside and everything. But today is almost Valentine's Day, so I thought I'd make a video about Valentine's Day. Okay. So I thought first I'd tell you about the people I liked back then. But don't worry, I'll switch their names. So one time, say in grade 6, there was this guy, let's call him George. Yeah, let's call him George because I know no Georges. So I like George, and I remember meeting him and everything. And first, one time I met him when everyone was playing Foursquare, and he was my partner helping me, and I was kind of shy. But then later on, I started liking him and started becoming interested, and always wanted to talk to him. But then I'd act strange, and always like tell people what to say to him, and like George started to notice my strangeness, and like he started thinking I was kind of weird, and he kind of like kind of distanced himself from me. But sometimes I'd find him and like talk to him. And I remember a Christmas concert we had, and he's like, George was like, Tabrice, I love you so much and everything and all this stuff. And I thought, wow, he said he loved me. Maybe he's in love with me. And I that caused me to go more crazy about him. And I'd always follow him and always try to have conversation with him. And I always thought of him all the time. And I'd always like, I don't know, I just always want to be near him. And I couldn't wait for the end of the school day, because usually the end of the school days, I always saw him and everything. And I told everyone about him and how I felt about him, and everyone knew. And everyone would always bug me about it, which was funny. But this person was not really, he's probably changed now. If you guys know this person, please don't say who it is. But yeah, he's probably changed now. But before, he always listened to like really heavy, like nasty music, and he said some horrible things to my family and things like that. And it just, no one really in my family liked him, but I did. And everyone was always mad at me for liking him and everything. And then I remember one day, this one girl, let's call her Lucy, because I don't know any Lucys. One day there was this girl named Lucy, who just randomly said, when I walked outside, she randomly said, Tabrice, your true love is here, right in front of him. Like, George was right there when she said that. And then he was like, sorry, Tabrice, I'm not into you. Like, I didn't even care that time. Like, I really didn't even care. Like, I don't know. I was just I was just very young, and I didn't really even care. But it was so funny now thinking about it. And like, I'm like, oh, whatever. But I still afterwards acted like I was into him. And like, I'd always try to go in his classroom sometimes and try to talk to him if I could find him and everything. I used to always follow him around, and he'd always be like, can you please stop following me? But I was strange and I didn't listen. And yeah, every song that I played made me think of him and all that stuff. And I would always like steal his lunch kit. Oh, I was so weird. And like, I remember me and my siblings were playing this game that they were the enemies, and me and George, oh yeah, George was playing this game too. Me and George were like the people that were trying to get away. And some of my siblings were like, um, tackling George. I'm like, no, please don't get George. And I helped him up because they pushed him over and I helped him up and I brought him to safety. And inside, I just felt so romantic and like, I just felt so good. But yeah, it was so weird. It was so weird. But then the summer of that school year, I didn't really see George much. And then, later on, I did homeschool and my feelings for George faded. And then I remember he sent one of my siblings a message saying me and him broke up. I'm like, what? We were never really together. But that was funny. Also, I remember there's this other person. I'll just call him Jonathan. Jonathan. This guy named Jonathan in 8th grade that I liked. And he was so, like, I just liked how he was so kind. He was in a choir that I went to, and he was just so kind and sweet and just so godly, like. And like I was so in love with him. Like I'd always share my stories with him, and I would always like try to talk to him, and like I was always obsessed. I even gave him a weird nickname, but I forgot what it was. And like I'd always just like, "Hey, Jonathan." Like I'll just be so weird. But then one time I wrote him a letter telling him how I felt, and he wrote me a letter that he wasn't ready to date and everything. So I just let that be. And then yeah, that happened. And also I wrote him a lot of stories still. And then he one day sent me this email telling me not to write him stories. I was offended. So I stopped talking to him. And yeah, that was that. But those were my crazy stories. And then there are some people that I would like literally talk to online, and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't have talked to them. So there's this one guy named, let's just call this person Malik. Yeah, when I was 15, I was talking to this guy named Malik, and he asked me, I don't know why. He asked me if I liked him, and I don't know why I said yes, because I didn't even feel any way about him. And then we were talking, and Malik, he was very strange, because like, he would ask me to show him like weird pictures, and I wasn't really into that. And like, he had this liking for people who were like overweight. I think, yeah. And like he didn't really like me because I wasn't like that, but he always asked me to eat a lot of food so that I can be like that. I'm like, nope, no. I knew this friendship was going. I mean, friendship was, or whatever you want to call it, was going really weird. And then he also like said some very derogatory things, and I'm like, nope, I can't do this. But for some reason, my mind just kept talking to this person, and like I'd send him pictures, and he'd be like, "Yeah, you're beautiful," and I'd be like, and then like I would send him pictures about me, not naked or anything. Don't worry. It was just pictures about me. I was fully clothed. And I would send him just pictures about me. And he'd be like, "Yeah, you're pretty and everything." And I don't know. He was very clingy as well. He'd always say, "Hi, hi." Like, he would send so many messages all at once. And it was like, first felt bad, and I'm like, why does he keep doing that? And like, that is so weird. And he'd always send messages like, hi, hey, hey. I'm like, I didn't get time to respond. I'm like, hi, I'm sorry I didn't respond. I was just busy or everything like that. And I still talk to this person. He also called me his sweetheart. And I like that. Cringe now. And he was talking about weird things like wanting to get me pregnant. And I'm like, nope, 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 nope. And like, I think that was the last straw for me. And like, I slowly stopped talking to him and everything. And then I eventually ghosted him and he unfriended me and we don't talk. So, and then there was this other person. I'll call him Alex. Alex, I was talking to in November and we were just talking and then um we we were talking and like he'd always send me like these romantic like emojis and everything. Guys, do not do this. Don't do this, guys. Like, don't just like. I was so weird. Like, I just like was kept talking to this person. Like, just don't do this, okay? So he'd send me like romantic emojis, and I'd like that and all that kind of stuff. And we talk about our day and everything, and we talk about like wanting like one day in our life wanting to meet up and everything like that. He'd tell me about his family and all that stuff. And then he'd like accuse me of cheating. Like I mean like yeah, cheating and everything. And like it kind of I kept saying I wasn't, and then it kind of got to the point where like I just was just like ugh, like I'm done and everything like that. And I just was like, I'm not doing that. And he'd always like cry all the time, which is fine. Like, you know, people have their emotions and everything. But he always like cry. I don't know, like maybe just emotional person. But like, and like if I didn't message right away, be like, wow, you don't like talking to me and everything. It was just so just I just didn't know how to react and everything. And he would say like romantic things like, you're you have the keys to my heart and all that kind of stuff. And we were like talking for like a month, and then I forgot how things ended. Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, that was my silly stories. But I I don't like honestly I don't know why I was talking to those people. Like honestly, just yeah, don't just talk to people like that because like you know some people are very interesting. And then there's Valentine's Day. You know, some of us maybe are single, and then you know you're probably single and just eating a lot of chocolate and whatever else. Okay, honestly, I don't. There's this one song I don't like, and it's Valentine's is coming. Where is your boyfriend? Kissing at home, lonely. Oh my goodness, I hate that song so much. It's so weird. Like the song is so weird. Like I do not like that song at all. Like it's such a weird song. Like seriously, why do you have to make a song like that? It's so weird. Like honestly. But um, you know, it's a TikTok song, everyone. It's a TikTok song. And it is like I just don't understand why someone would create a TikTok like that. It's just so strange. Like very strange. For y'all who are single on this day, we can all just put our heads together and listen to Taylor Swift. and any other music you like to listen to. And just dream about your future man. Like, for me, I want my man to be kind, affectionate, loving, caring, loves me for who I am, a Christian, and to be loyal, and to love giving hugs. Comment what you want your man or woman to be like. And for those who are single, just know that there are still a lot of people out there just like us. Because we're all single. I'm single. But, like, doesn't matter. But there are a lot of people who are like you if you're single. And just know that, I know this is going to be cliched, but one day you'll find someone. One day. Just know that. And one day that person will come. And you know what? Just remember that. And you can listen to this video as well. Thank you, guys. That is all I have to say today. Have a great day.